I have, like, I got the core, I got all the playbooks.
Hello, everybody. Hi, we were chatting, and you caught us. Hi, how you doing? We are finally started here. We're finally rolling. Thank you so much for hanging around. We're 10 minutes late, but for this channel, that's pretty normal. Plus, new year, new show, new people, new everything. So, we're here. My name is Kevin. This is Dirty 20 Gaming, and it's Saturday night, and that makes me really, really happy because that means we're starting our new show. We are using the Scum and Villainy game system. It's a Forged in the Dark part of that game system. This particular one is written by Stras Asimovich. I hope I got that name right. And John LeBouf Little. Thank you guys so much. This is a great rule system. As you're about to see, it is really simple and fast to play through. Excellent system. Besides that, I want to dot all my I's and cross all my T's. Our virtual tabletop of choice for this evening, and the rest of this is going to be Roll20. The character sheets there were created by Tim Dene, Jacob Osinghouse, and Chris McDonald. I probably screwed up at least two of those. Sorry, Chris McDonald. Of Evil Hat Productions. Thank you guys for that. These sheets are a joy to work with. The imagery behind or on the screen that you see around us and when we into pre-shows and all of that stuff, all of that came from Pixabay. The music that you're going to hear later tonight and you heard in the intro is from bensound.com. There's going to be some face rigging done later tonight, so that's done by Face Rig. And the high definition character art you see beside each of these characters was created using Hero Forge. That's all the technical stuff. Now for the fun stuff, the important stuff, the people. These four brave and wonderful people have agreed to come and play a game system with me that none of us have played before. We did a little session 0, but we are just going to dive right in, and because of that, I think they're all absolutely wonderful. Let's do them in order across the screen. Playing Saga. Tonight we have Wayward Knight. Thank you, and welcome back. Next in line, we have 8-Ball, our Urbot, played by Bison. I'm going to come back to you guys each in a second. In the third in a row, we have Solar Dasher playing Mihoshi for us this evening. And then way down there at the end, we have the Scarred Adventurer playing Frankie for us in this particular game. We're going to run about 10-12 weeks. We'll see exactly what happens. At that point, these guys will be retiring. And part of the show is to see exactly how well they end up. Some of them might end up in very nice houses. Some of them might end up owning planets. And some of them might end up behind the dumpster they started behind. It all remains to be seen.
Hey, the dumpster is where Mama did her best cooking.
It's that thin green metal. Heats up real quick.
I'll bring water for you.
But I want to go around real quick again because I said I was going to do something and then I didn't do it. Saga, tell us what you're doing when you're not here. Where can we find you in the social medias?
Okay, so first of all, I'm an artist. I make stickers. I put them on Redbubble. Wayward Knight on Redbubble. Buy my stickers. I think they're cool. And there's more coming. Also, I have a podcast coming called Professional Questers. The Twitter is a little old, but go follow it. There'll be new stuff soon.
The story of every streamer's life. There's new stuff soon. Speaking of new stuff soon, I know a certain large and expensive piece of hardware is hovering just outside your graspy little hands, Bison. When that gets here, where are we going to find you?
Well, I am Bison Stonefist on Twitch. I am going to be a variety streamer. I'm Tricenbacks on Twitter. What will be happening in the near future is I will be streaming me playing Cyberpunk 2077 terribly and Total War Warhammer with the orcs. As an orc. It'll be great.
Of course. Thank you. Mihoshi played for us by Solar. Where else can we find you?
Well, I can be found here on Twitch under solar_dasher, where I am currently a variety streamer streaming Fortnite. Recently got into Fall Guys and just a variety of other games. You can ask and I can let you know. Also, you can find me on Discord under solar_dasher, in the Dirty 20 channel. You can ask me questions. Plus, I have my own website dedicated to the Bleach fandom, Bleach: The Darkness Within. And that one is slowly getting back to going again. And that's basically all I've been doing. I've been streaming and having a blast.
Excellent. Oh, that's good to hear. Thank you. And again, last but definitely not least, a man with his own website. Scarred, what's up in your world?
So I exist at the scarredadventure.com, which I'm putting into the link at this exact moment, and you'll see it sooner than when I'm saying it. You'll hearing it probably. But still, I'm very excited we're going to be getting back up to it. We also, the wonderful Wayward Knight is also part of the website. I'm going to eventually bug her to put more stuff on it, but we'll get them.
Life is hard.
I'm very aware of that. There's a reason I haven't put anything up for a while. I've been in mental anguish. The humanity! Things like that.
Yeah, awesome.
Still, you can find me on the scarredadventure.com and on any social media platform. Pretty much, you can find me as the Scarred Adventurer. With the exception of video game stuff, I go under a different name, and you will never find me.
Oh, that sounds like a personal challenge.
And if you do find me, you earn a prize. Bragging rights.
Bragging rights.
That's important.
Well, I guess that leaves me. And me is here. That is all me is going to be for the foreseeable future. 4 nights a week, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays for the month of January. And then that's just getting the muscles stretched out and the kinks worked out, because in February we're adding a 5th game and possibly guest appearing in another one. So, I'll see you sometime in July. But anyway, that's enough of that. With that, 47 minutes after the hour and 17 minutes after we were supposed to have started and 7 minutes after we actually did start, it is time to start the very first session of Corsairs of the Cosmos. But first, the news. What is that beeping? Why is there a beeping? What do you mean only I can hear it? I mean, it's a countdown. Shut up, make it stop. Hello, my name is Reynolds Rapp, and this is The Hegemon Says, the only official news entertainment channel in this sector. In today's news, criminal activity. But fear not, these criminals have been captured by the Hegemon and his incredibly skilled and talented police force. These criminals have been taken to justice and placed in a penitentiary. We have someone on scene now. Our on-field reporter, Poland Romansky. Poland? Thanks, Reynolds, but we both know there's nothing to see here. It's so cold and the snow is so miserable and I'm freezing. Reynolds, how many times can I apologize for sleeping with your wife at the Christmas party? I'm so cold. I'm so sorry. Can I come back, please? Can I come back, please, please, please? I'm freezing. Don't let me die out here. It would appear that our communications have been cut, but I know that Poland will stay on scene as long as it takes, just in case something happens. This has been The Hegemon Says. I've been Reynolds, and that's a wrap. Can I go now? Are we done here? Are we clear? Someone bring me something to eat. I'm very hungry. And so lonely. So, jail sucks. Especially hegemonic jail. Everything in here is the same color gray. The floors, the walls, The light somehow is gray. The beds are gray. The uniforms you're wearing are the only color in here, and they are neon orange with pink triangles on.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say a different shade of gray.
A slightly lighter shade of gray.
I like your idea better. Let's do that. You guys are in the same color gray as
Which makes
everything.
my
So when you guys look around,
big
it's like a
black head
bad.
really look
Oh yeah,
out.
it's like a bad green screen effect. It's just heads and hands and shoes walking around this room. Thank you. That's how we want to start this.
I'm trying to tuck
There you
my
go,
head
there
into
you
my
go.
shirt
Yep.
to turn completely invisible.
While you're doing that, you notice that around your neck, and in fact around everybody's neck, is these metal collars. And you remember when you got arrested, you were told if you so much as set 1 foot outside this room, that collar explodes and your head will come clean off. The only one told something different was 8-Ball, because the collar around your neck is different. It's an EMP collar. If you step out of this room, you cease to be. You will actually be erased. Blank slate, tabula rasa, gone. So maybe gray's not so bad. What is really annoying, though, is the soundproof. No matter how loud you yell, nothing in this room goes above a whisper. You can see space out this little tiny porthole and beyond into the infinite darkness. And behind you, a clear door leads to the hallway, where you know there are at least a couple of guards. Mihoshi and 8-Ball, you guys have a brief history together, because you may be the two unluckiest wannabe pirates in the history of the galaxy. You signed on for your very first pirating trip. You got the badge that says #1 pirate. You got your piece of silver. You were ready to go. You showed up for the ship, sat down in your chairs, and were immediately arrested along with the rest of the crew and taken into custody. You never pirated once. But at least you know each other. The other two are complete strangers. The four of you are in this small chamber, just the four of you, 4 beds, and this deadening sound field. You look around and see each other. Anything anybody wants to say? I'm going to forego the descriptions because everybody can see what your characters look like, so. As you guys look over at 8-Ball, the front of
Before
his
you
all
even
black
say
helmet.
anything.
Yeah.
Before you
In
even
front of his
say
all black
anything.
helmet. Dun, 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 dun. It's the triangle, right? Like, is it the little blue triangle like
Oh,
you
yeah,
get in a
totally.
real Magic 8-Ball? Yeah. But it comes
What
on
you
the
get is a
front,
big-
not on the top. Yeah.
What you get is a big swirl. The entire faceplate disappears. You get this big magical swirly effect, and then the triangle pops up with the answer.
Ask again later.
Before anybody says anything.
This blows.
So Frankie is doing Frankie, I am doing a terrible job planning a jail heist, and so I have suspenseful music going on in my head.
Yep.
But because it's just going on in my head, it now also exists in reality.
Yes, it does. Yep. You
So
guys can
everyone
hear-
else is stuck listening to the suspenseful music of dun 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 dun.
I'm gonna look and see if there's a guard coming around the corner.
Okay, so you're heading for the big, like it's a big glass door, right? It's obviously not glass. You'd just break it. Well, you wouldn't, maybe, because your head would pop off. I just want to quickly finish up with Frankie. What are you doing while this music is playing? You are busy escaping. So how are you? Just doing this with the music. Okay.
And then looking
Unbeknownst-
to see if
unbeknownst
looking
even
to see
to
if there are any
Frankie.
if there are any napping guards, so that Frankie can
Absolutely.
then reach into their pockets, hopefully, and grab some
So the
keys.
The
And
two
then
of you
with the-
are heading towards the door. Unbeknownst even to Frankie, every time he does this, his beard gets a little bit longer. So pretty soon it's down here. Well, you can tell how hard he's thinking by how long his beard is.
And then suddenly the idea pops into his head, and
Snaps back up, and he starts to
It
put his
rolls
hand
up like the
through the wall. Just-
Oh no!
starts to go through the
Like
wall.
it doesn't just go through the wall. It suddenly magically transforms into iron bars,
Okay, so
like one of those old Western jails.
Yep. Yeah. And you just reach out between them. I love it. This is probably a very good time. Yep.
Okay, now you said Frankie is hearing this music and then suddenly it becomes real, correct?
You guys can all hear it. Yes.
Mihoshi is just standing next to Frankie, just doing this dance,
Just
like
dance.
she's listening to the music and dancing, just being a complete airhead.
Dancing her ass off. So that's what Mihoshi is doing. We've got Saga and Frankie at the door. Frankie's reaching through 8-Ball. The meat bags are all doing weird shit over by the door. What's up?
When Frankie turns the wall into iron bars, there's a question mark.
For those of you who don't know, Frankie can control the powers of the universe, just like the orcs in Warhammer. But he's too stupid to use it properly.
So yeah, we're gonna get. What do you do in 8-Ball? And then I'm going to explain something to our viewer.
8-Ball is watching what's going on, and while they're doing their shit, he's getting a layout of everything. He's studying.
Oh, okay. You get
did
to
that on
do our
purpose.
first roll of the game. Can you please roll an attune roll for me to see if you can connect with the ship?
Connect with the ship. That was actually not the one I was going for, but hey, I like this one better. It's the same.
See, it works both ways. I love that sentence.
Whoops, I didn't do that.
And while you find that, I am going to explain
what
part of the
position I'm
reason
in. Still
why
risky?
physics doesn't apply to one of the players in this game. I have done a thing this year. I have openly asked all my players in all my games to break the game. Break my plot, break my story, break physics. I don't care. Break my game. The only caveat to that is I will fight back exactly as hard as you hit me. So, with that, we have a character that can bend physics and some other stuff.
Oh,
Back to the game.
he loves cartoons, so it all works
Yes.
out for him. He's
You know,
waiting to see if he can find a guard that has a hat over his head and go.
Forgot to mention one other thing.
Yes, what are you doing?
Besides the fact that she's dancing now, and then as soon as the window turns to bars, she kind of just wiggles her way through the bars and is dancing down the hallway now.
Okay, as you start to move through the bars, and as Frankie starts to reach through the bars, Saga, you had snuck up, and you were peering through the glass, and now it's bars, and now there's hands and dancing people everywhere.
Nothing happened. Fucked up.
8-Ball is processing in the back. And there's a voice that comes through the tannoy system in your room, and you hear, all right, my favorite pirates, how y'all doing today?
Let us go.
I already did. Those collars around your neck don't work no more, and I can open up all the doors and beat all the security. All you have to worry about is the squishy meat bags with the blasters.
Oh, that
I'll
would be no
meet-
problem whatsoever. You just,
I
you
knew
move your
it
body
wouldn't.
around for it.
I knew it wouldn't. Just come on down to the hangars and meet me at the Rebel Alliance, and we'll get the hell out of here. Oh, by the way, my name's Rebel. Click, and the door, clunk, opens in front of you.
Does that mean I get cookies?
Click, there's cookies on the ship. Click.
All right.
I'm
on my way.
Off of my jumpsuit.
So unfortunately, I didn't find anything, or at least I couldn't see anything. From
You
where
did not
I was.
attune to the ship, so no, unfortunately. Well, that makes sense. You tried, and the ship. I got a perfect answer for that. Thank you for reminding me that you did it. You start to try and connect with the ship, and you zone into it, and two things happen almost immediately. One, you realize almost immediately this is a dumb ship. There's no AI in charge. This is just a computer. The second thing you realize, you have gone in expecting it to be an AI, and you basically tripped over a tripwire because you weren't expecting something that simple. So as you try and connect to the ship, instead you get back alert, 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 alert. But nobody hears it but you.
Sad face.
So, with
You know,
that,
she sees it out of the corner of her eye and says, let's get going. I want some cookies now.
You want some
Saga's
cookies? Why
already
did you just
down
say
the
so?
hall. Saga's already down the hall.
absolutely. So the door hurls open, and you guys step out into a hallway. You look to your left and to your right, and you see the hallway goes in both directions. There's doors on both sides, obviously cell doors. There's numbers on them. At the ends of the hallways, they both turn away from you, so you're obviously on one side of an open square. You know, because you've seen before, that there are at least 2 guards. You also know, because you got brought in here, you are exactly 180 degrees away from the part where you can get out of this ward. To get from here to there, you will have to walk past all these glass-doored cells. And somewhere doing circuits around this place are 2 guards.
Oh, question.
Here's an interest. Yep. Mhm.
Are they full of people?
You won't know until you go and look into them.
Well, I'm down
Well-
the hallway, so like I've seen
Okay,
them.
yeah, you look into the one across the. You can look across the one across from you. Yes, there are people in every one of these cells.
Okay. So
Before
I'm
we
going
move on,
to-
before we move on, this is the start of an engagement now. This you guys may have noticed up on the screen now. We have a clock, and I'm going to quickly take a moment to explain how this works. This is how we keep track of whether stuff goes well or not in this game. We use these clocks. As things go well, it will fill up. When it fills all the way up, you have succeeded in beating that particular foe or condition or whatever it is, and then we'll move on to the next one. So, your goal here is to get out of this ward. So to get past the guards and out of this ward. At this point, in a normal game, we would go into a planning session, which would take forever, and you guys don't have any information, so it wouldn't make any sense to do it, but you do it anyway, because that's what always happens in RPGs. But this magnificent, wonderful, marvelous game, thank you, Strauss and John, has a system to avoid all of that. So right now, at the start of this encounter, you guys have 6 choices, 6 ways that you can try to get at this. No, 6. There we go. Ways that you can try to get at this problem. You can approach it by a direct frontal assault. You can try and deceive your way through this. You could try and infiltrate, in other words, sneak. You could try mystical powers, if any of you had them. You could try social skills, try and talk your way out of it. Or you could try transport, in other words, find some way to get out of here that would involve using machinery. So quickly, amongst yourselves, how would you like to do that? I got 2 hands. Everybody's so polite. Go!
Okay. So Saga, I vote for assault because Saga
Okay.
is going to look at Frankie and be like, weird guy. Do the thing with the and then let him loose.
1 for the assault. Okay.
Okay,
Next.
Frankie is wanting to do deception. I'm wanting to do deception. Like I've already taken off my jumpsuit and I flipped it inside out, and now it looks like a guard's uniform.
Of course it does. Yep.
And I slip my hands in and I button it back up, and I've got like one of those police truncheons
Yep.
and like a Bobby's cap. I'm just
Yep. So it's the wrong uniform, but it's definitely a uniform.
and, like I'm just
Love it.
swinging it around, kind of whistling along to myself, nonchalant whistling.
There you go. You told him to release the inner Frankie. He has done so. We have 1 for assault and 1 for deception. Mihoshi.
Deception. She wants to try and sway one of the guards to kindly let her go.
Oh, so you're going to try and talk your way out. Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's actually 1 for social. Okay. Boy, this is going to go
Okay.
well.
Well,
You
social.
guys don't understand this teamwork at all.
We barely
normally I
met
just
each
stay
other.
by
Why
8
would
Ball,
we be,
but
I don't
why
know
would
how
we
it's
be
good yet.
teammates?
It's okay, because I have an answer for this already. We already broke this game. I love it. Okay, 8 Ball, what are you doing?
8 Ball is gonna be working with Frankie. I've rolled and the dice have decided that really doesn't like Saga's idea at all.
Okay.
Like his ability to scrap is naff anyways, and he can't talk, so it's not like he can sway anybody's perception of anything.
Yeah.
So
you're assaulting? Oh no, what is your plan?
no,
You want to
deception.
deceive. Okay.
Deception.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, this works. We're splitting the friggin' party, and we're gonna do 3 things at once. I don't care what the rules say. So, Sega, you wanted to do an assault. So, you look around, you say, let's take him out, and everybody starts doing other stuff. What are you doing? Oh, other than freezing up.
I thought she was just shocked.
I thought so too. Damn it. Okay, well, we'll get back to her as she reconnects. Do I have to kill it? Oh, look at that. Thank you.
Oh no.
Ban it. Thank you. All right. So we'll get back to
Get back to her.
that face. Oh, that face.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, I finally
Mihoshi,
figured
you
out
go
what-
one. Just to make this easy, the 2 that are deceiving go one way. The one that's socializing goes the other way, right? So let's do the 2 that are deceiving. So 8-Ball, what are you doing to help?
Oh, she's gone.
That's okay. When she comes back, you can.
What I'm doing to help, I have to remind myself what all these skills do. So give me a second.
Yes. Please do look at your sheets.
While he's saying that, can I
Yep. Yes, you
say
can.
the song I'm whistling?
Yes.
So it's whistling while you work.
But because physics is Frankie physics, they can't hear you. Nobody can hear you whistling, even though you and your partner can hear it.
8-Ball can.
8-Ball can hear it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, 8-Ball's
So-
weird like that. He is going to try. He's going to try and use the bomb collars to look like manacles. He's going
Okay.
to rig up a manacle, and the idea is that if things go sour, those manacles still have explosives attached to them, and he's just going to
Yes,
whip it
they
at
do.
somebody.
Yes, they
Frankie
do.
hasn't thought to remove the thing from his
Okay,
neck.
so who would
Mahoshi
you say
and
is
Saga.
leading this? I would say Frankie's probably leading this, right? 8-Ball sort of just following along.
Frankie,
Yeah, okay.
I don't know which direction he is. And
So Frankie, give me a fortune roll. This is your engagement roll. And
A
it
fortune
always
roll.
automatically uses your worst skill to do this. And this
Where
is
is
like you
fortune?
decided you're going to deceive.
it's on the
This roll
character
is going to
sheet
determine how
underneath your
well that
friends.
first step goes. Yeah, right on right hand side, about 3
right hand
quarters of the way
side near
down.
the bottom.
It's called a fortune roll.
Ah,
Now, you can boost this. If you want to increase your chances of success, you could burn 2 stress off of your sheet and add a die to this roll.
let's do it.
Okay, so mark 2 stress. You've got 9. So if you get to 9 in any one mission, you pick up a permanent trauma. So go ahead and give us the roll with 1 extra die, and then we will explain. If your highest roll is a 1 to 3, it's a horrible failure. Things go wrong. If it's a 4
I always
or
forget
a
input
5,
value.
in this case, would be 2, because it's 1 die plus 1. So, oh no, sorry, input value is just that was just a note. Sorry, so you rolled a 5. All right. So on any roll, it's only your highest roll that counts. On a 1 to 3, things go horribly wrong. It's a major failure. On a 4 or 5, you have succeeded, but at a price. Something bad happens. And on a 6, you have total success and good things happen. If you roll more than 1 6, it is an amazing good things that happen.
Can I
So-
roll one more dice? Because that only rolled 1.
Yes, you can.
He rolled
Please do.
2. He rolled 2. It was the second roll. Was
The 2, I think he put in physically. I don't think that was.
I did put that 2 in physically. I don't know
Oh,
what
yeah,
my
roll-
input was.
So yeah, just do it again. So yeah, never mind. We'll go on with that 5.
Yeah,
So
that seems like a smart idea.
all right, no problem. Welcome back. We didn't even miss your turn. So you at a 5, you step around the corner and you are suddenly face to face with one of the guards. You realize that this is a local. This is not a hegemon guard. This is some local dude that's been hired. He's got the cheap outfit. It's all polyester. Even this, though, this is like 3072 or sometime like that. You know, this little hat's too tight. It's too small. It's a clip-on tie. Why ties? But he's got a clip-on tie. And he's got his little tiny truncheon that makes yours look ginormous. You step
I mean,
around
it
the
is
corner.
ginormous. It's like, this is my
Yeah,
truncheon.
comically large, yeah, and bulbous, and yeah.
Something that's clearly not a truncheon. Frankie
Not
doesn't know
even.
what truncheons are.
No, it's his thumping stick.
It's a mace.
Yeah,
It is
So you step
the
around the
forget
corner.
me stick.
You forget me.
and he goes. The guard goes, "Oh, sir!" And he throws his hand up like this into a quick salute, and then he goes, "You're not a," and leans in real close.
And I will very quickly. Why on this good grey prison is there mustard on your uniform, sir? Sir.
And he leaves the salute there and looks down.
And then you just see Frankie like spraying mustard all over him.
Give me a. Would you consider that to be a? Are you starting to fight with mustard?
I'm not starting a fight.
Okay,
I am
but you're
telling
trying
him
to.
his like I'm not I think I'm trying to command him. Like I'm trying to command reality to such a degree that I'm just pouring mustard on his shirt. Why is there mustard on your shirt? Come on, man. You've got to do
give me
better
a-
than this.
Give me a command roll. I like this. I like where this is going. This is exactly the level of ludicrous that we were looking for. So,
I'll just do no bonus dice this time.
okay, so don't burn. Yeah. Now somebody could try and help you. 8 Ball, you're there. You could try. Never mind. You got a 6. You squirt mustard on him. Like I said, he went like that and looked down. As he looks back up, it's the tie kind of goes because it's got a lot of starch in it, and it comes out from the shirt and pops up and throws mustard right in his eye, and he just which makes it worse because now he's
it's hot
squeezing mustard into his eye, and he's hit himself with his little truncheon. He falls back on the ground. You are getting some successes here, so we're gonna do.
Officer, get
Because
to the
this was-
emergency eye cleaning station immediately, or else you're fired.
So because
You
this was a success and it was a risky situation because that's the generic backdrop for this, you got 2 successes. So one of the 2 guards, makes perfect sense, is officially out of commission. He is laying on the ground, rolling back and forth, screaming with an eye full of mustard.
As we walk by, I hand him a moist towelette.
Give me a sway. I want to see this. I want.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
Can
I've
I
just been
even
kicked out of
sway?
roll 20. Oh no! Roll and tell me what you got. Oh, we didn't sacrifice a duck tonight. That's what happened.
Oh god,
no.
hold on. I'll
Oh
do that.
no.
Has everybody been kicked out of roll 20, or is that just me?
It said there was a
I'm
service thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything you do right now, we'll attempt to send when you go back online.
Well, you can still roll locally and just tell me what you got.
4 and 4.
2
So
fours,
I got
okay.
a 4.
Yes, you got a 4. And you were trying to do what? Sorry.
Sway.
Sway, right? So yeah,
Handing
you hand
him
him the
a
towel.
moist-
You hand him the towelette, and he takes it. Oh, thank you so much. I just go. And then he goes to wipe his eye, but it's a lemon towelette. So he has now wiped mustard out of his eye with a lemon wet wipe, and he is now howling even louder than he was before. That's how you have a success and a complication. Your situation is now no longer risky. It's getting desperate already. On the other side, now that you're back, the maniacs went that way. They said they're going to lie their way out of here, but neither one of them looks like a guard. Chances don't look good for them at all. Saga, you brace yourself. Tell me what happens. Do you stride around the corner? How do you go around the corner?
I think that I prepared to tuck and roll multiple
Okay.
times.
So you kind of come around the corner. You come around the first corner. Give me skulk. You're kind of sneaking. Give me a skulk roll. And then tell me we're still not connected, so you have to tell me what your highest roll is.
Is it still risky?
No, it is desperate.
Okay.
It doesn't
Still
change
be
your
risky.
results. It doesn't change what you roll. It just changes the level of results.
Wouldn't it still
Everything
be
now
risky
is
for
desperate.
her because we were the ones that fucked up, not her?
Fair enough. Yeah, let's leave it at
And
risky.
also,
'cause you're on the
wouldn't
other
this be
side.
happening
So-
around the same time?
Yeah, in fact, you guys are pushing me. I might almost go as far as controlled because everybody's running towards the screaming guard. Either way, give me the nice thing is the roll is exactly the same. It's just the result is different depending on the situation. So
Okay.
give me a skulk and tell me what you got.
A 4.
A 4. Okay. So you huzzah around the corner, the first corner, and there's nobody there. Except you see inside through the glass. Again, they're soundproof, so you can't hear anything.
Oh, we're back.
But you see, yeah. You see one of the criminals in one of the cells slow clapping you. But you can't hear it because it's completely silent.
I shoot him a very sarcastic, like, finger gun, like, fuck you.
You keep working your way down the hallway. You get to the next corner. You doing the same thing again?
Yeah.
You do, huzzah, and you do the roll. You do the roll out into the corner and then come up, blaster in hand. Because you guys got your gear. I don't care. It's okay. Roll skulk.
Okay.
Well, you walked out the door. This is a space opera. There is no continuity director on this show. You stepped out of your cells. You are now in full regalia. You get to the second corner, and you nailed that first one. You got that first one good. This one, bump, and you kind of go too far, and you don't get all the way over, and you kind of slam into the far wall, and kind of sprawl on the ground, and open your eyes, and you're looking right at a big shiny black boot. And you kind of go.
Ooh, is there a groin available to kick?
There.
Wait.
Punch maybe. Yep. We're gonna.
You're forgetting about Mihoshi.
Yes, Mihoshi. What are you doing? You were going to try
after the other guard and trying.
Yeah, which is the same one as this one. So she tumbles to the ground in front. You're just walking along behind, looking for someone to talk to. She goes diving around the first corner. You walk around. She dives over the second corner, crashes into the wall. You step around the second corner. There's Saga on the ground, just far away from a big shiny black boot. You look up and see the guard. You see Saga clenching a fist. Because you're on the ground, so I guess you can get boot up if you want. But you see Saga preparing to strike. I'll give you an interruption here. What would you like to do, Mihoshi?
She's gonna smile, be like her bubbly, cutesy little self. It's like, oh hi, hey, what are you doing here, my old friend? Nice to see you again. Of course, she's trying to bluff her way past this.
Yep.
How about we just go on for a little walk and ignore that little tumbly mess that's down there? She's no harm to us. Let's just go for a walk.
Give me a sway. Yeah, absolutely. Try and sway this person into this. And we should be able to see the results again.
Still risky, right?
Yes, your side is still risky. Oh dear.
Oh fuck.
He looks at you and says, "You shouldn't be out of your cells."
Now can I punch him in the balls?
Saga, yeah. Straight up. Give me a scrap. And they get, this is kind of a 6. Okay, we don't even have to. You could have with that just as a quick sort of touch on the rules here. We could have had Mahoshi's action act as an assist. It would have cost them 1 stress to give you +1 extra die, but you didn't need it. And besides which, they tried their sway roll anyway. So yeah, you clean up right in the junk. Who's keeping control of the ship? Because the ship just got a gambit for a 6.
Oh, I might as well do it. I'm the pilot.
Okay, so open up that ship and give yourselves another gambit. Remember, you can use those too. Those are a public pool. Anybody can use those. You do not have to ask the other players.
We got
characters.
5.
You can just grab them. So you guys now have 5 because you have a very lucky ship to start with, plus you have a very lucky player or character in the game, plus you just earned 1. So with that, you slam. It is another success. So you... it's not the first time Saga Steel has punched somebody in the business. You keep your thumb tucked so you don't sprain your knuckle. You don't sprain it. Keep the wrist straight. And yeah, it's not quite a popping sound, but you do get that satisfying long, low groan as you feel the weight of the body start to settle onto your fist. Mihoshi, you're watching this guy. You see him just sort of shudder for a second, and his eyes just go 1 each way and 1 up and 1 down, and he just goes slowly forward. and falls to the ground.
Small squeak escaping his lips.
Yeah, as he hits the ground, there's
That's
just
interesting.
and as the four
Well, now
of
that was
you,
interesting.
and
That was
as the
very
four of you
interesting.
started,
That's called a saga special.
I didn't know I had that effect on people. Oh my goodness.
she's wiping her hand with the wet wipe.
Oh no, Mahoshi doesn't even see the fact that Saga cracked her in
Oh
the
yes,
nuts.
yeah, she thinks she talked.
Yeah, Mihoshi didn't even notice it. She thought it was all her charm. She's like, oh, well, I didn't know I had that effect on me. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to continue walking. She walks and trips over him and does a little roll down the hall anyway.
Yep. And you guys stumble around the corner to see each other at the opposite ends of the hallway. In the middle of that hallway, there is a door. And as you approach, you hear, hey, hey, hey. And the door click and unlocks.
When did Fed Albert get here?
It's really nothing to find.
We all appear to be at the same place now.
Then let's go to the same place inside that door.
Yeah, seems like a good enough plan. Let's go on to adventure.
Somehow Mihoshi's now halfway down the hall already.
Yeah, you guys are already heading around the card.
She just kept going.
Unexplainably, she just is there.
I open a door that's to our right, and I walk through it, and then you see the spaceship door open, just kind of a swinging motion. And how did I get here?
You must have followed me.
And I stick my head through the door.
The second
again.
8-Ball sees the ship, a heart pops up on.
Oh no, there's no ship yet. No, we're not there yet.
Oh, we're not there yet. Okay.
Oh no. Too easy. Way too easy.
Sorry,
not
just
yet.
another door pops up somewhere.
You didn't even
that
notice there's a
Scooby-Doo
whole
thing.
new. There's a whole new.
He just comes out on the other side of the
There's
room.
a whole new clock up on the map. What happens is you guys come together at that door. This door is not glass. This is a solid metal door, but it is unlocked. You peer through it and you see beyond an exercise yard. 4 sides. There's a door in the center of each side. You're at one of them. Around the top, there's 2 towers with 2 guards in each tower. These are real hegemon guards. These are like body armor, top to bottom, big heavy rifles, sniper scopes, the whole bit. Who was the first one to look out the door?
Me.
I don't know which. Oh, I point this direction for people.
Everybody, you peek out the door. What you also notice at this point is that directly across from you, exactly across from you, the door opens up just a little bit. And a head comes up, boom, and then another head above it, boom, and another head above that, boom. You don't appear to be the only group that's escaping right now. There is a major set of doors in one corner, and that is clearly the way out of this exercise yard into whatever is next in this building. But to get there, you would have to cross this open yard.
Are we
Can I
still,
just say those 3 were?
still in my uniform?
Everybody is now looking exactly like they do in the overlay.
Yes,
Oh.
I've changed out of
Exactly.
my terrible guard outfit.
The image, you now look like Frankie again, but you guys are in. This is magic. There aren't dragons here,
magic.
but the world is every bit as physically ridiculous. So yeah, like I said, the second you guys stepped out of your cells, you weren't in prison garb anymore. Continuity be damned.
All of our stuff was just in a cubby off to the side.
Yeah,
There you go.
We're breaking physics. I don't need an explanation. You guys are in full gear.
All 8-Ball does is just unzips and walks out.
Just walks away. Yeah, he's perfect.
Right?
I have a
Yeah.
magical bag that I carry all of my stuff in.
Yes.
It's only about this big.
Yep. There's
But
no way
I
anything
pull out
fits.
elephants.
Yeah. So. you look
have a
out-
lot of
Mihoshi sees the people,
Yep.
the 3 heads,
Yep.
and she's going to bounce on over to them and say, hello, people. Nice to see you. Hi.
Walks
Okay.
right through.
Give me a sway. Yep, you guys walking in behind this. Mahoshi, give me a sway roll while you try and talk your way into this. Unless you wanted to use something else, then let me know.
Nope,
This seems like
sway
a sway
sounds
thing,
fine
yeah.
to me.
A 4 and a 5. Okay, so you start walking towards them. You're talking to them, or you're talking to the guards, or who are you talking to?
The 3 heads. The three heads
Okay.
that poked out around the
Yeah,
corner.
absolutely. So you just open the door and walk out into the thing, oblivious to the sound of blaster rifles being fired, like being warmed up. The safety's turned off. Up in the towers, the armors are starting to walk over towards the windows. Flaps are starting to open up above you.
This is going to be a bad thing. I'm going to get the parade ready.
I have a good idea.
Okay,
I am going
we got
to
3 ideas. Okay,
while Mahoshi is got everybody fucking distracted. These guys are
Yep.
still in their towers.
Yep.
I'm using the hacking tools that
yep.
are a part of my. I'm just assuming light load. So I'm
Yep.
assuming light load. So I'm going to hack so those nice, lovely windows and doors that they opened up to start shooting Mahoshi at are just going to shut on.
Okay, absolutely. Saga, what are you doing?
8-Ball just shut down my idea, so.
Oh, well, I have another idea then. I'll come back to you in a second. Frankie, what are you doing?
So Frankie has turned his bag upside down, and full elephants are just pouring out of it.
Okay.
And then he hops on top of one and goes, "Forward to victory! We've got this, men. Come on. We are the elephant parade, going round for elephant things and peanuts and scared of mice," which seems like a bit of a stereotype against a rude stereotype against a certain group of people. But, we don't really have all the time to get into those kinds of specifics. But,
And he starts to slow
on the great
down
parade
as
for
he
the elephant
chants.
parade.
The elephant has come to a complete stop and is looking up at him while he finishes talking. And Saga.
Saga's just gonna start casually walking through the yard,
Perfect.
and as soon as they reopen the windows to start sniping at her, she's gonna take out her blasters and she's going to just snipe them right back.
Okay. So, I need everybody. We're going to do this all at once because you guys just sort of blow into this scene. Everybody's going to roll at once. We need a sway from Mihoshi. I need a hack from 8-Ball. I need an elephant roll from... What is elephant?
We can do command again because
Yeah, I think command is going to be the default for these. You command them to believe in the elephants that are before you. This is all
Command
unconscious.
her
It's
to-
not like
I
you're trying
command
to
the
do it.
universe to allow
Yes.
my elephants to exist.
So you give me a command, and Saga, I want you to give me
are
a
we still
study.
in? Are we?
Because you're kind of
risky
watching
stick
those
or are we
windows
in
waiting to see what
desperate?
happens.
Okay.
This
I'm
is...
gonna spend a
You were
gambit.
in desperate, but I'm going to come back down to risky because you guys just blew this scene. Like, they had no idea you were coming. So, yes. So, what was that?
I'm gonna spend a gambit.
Okay. So you're
Yeah,
going to do
same.
study with an extra die. Absolutely. Go ahead. Burn gambits, whatever you guys want to do. Let's do these. Yeah, we got the sway. Did you already roll that, or Mahoshi? Was that for this one, or was that?
No,
before?
that's from the last one.
Okay. Let's start with Mahoshi. Give us a sway. You start talking to these three heads as you walk across the field.
Wasn't that was for the three heads though?
Yeah, that was.
That was
sorry,
right.
my bad.
Okay. So in that case, I'm just going to tell you what happened with that sway roll. You start talking to them. One of them just starts talking back to you like, "Hey, yeah, we're escaping. How about you? What do you guys do? Are you guys trying to escape? We should work together." The other two, one of the bums like banging him with his chin, going, "Shut up, shut up, shut up. Nobody's supposed to be here." And the one underneath just disappears back into the door.
Oh, come on, let's go ahead and play. Come on out here.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
can walk
And
around.
The one in the middle starts to push the door open. The one above is like piggybacking him, and they just sort of fall out onto the ground in front of you. Next, I want a hack roll
Okay.
because these
so-
rifles are coming up.
Okay.
And you were
position
burning the
risky.
gambit too, so you're still risky because they haven't had time to go to desperate yet. Plus, there
Yeah.
hasn't been any serious fails. So,
Effect standard and bonus dice 1.
bonus dice 1. Let's see what we get. You start to hack into
goes.
the system.
Fuck off.
Remember, this system it's a dumb system. So again, you went in like
I'm
it was an
also
AI.
I'm also 130 years old, so
Yes, so you're speaking literally speaking a different language. You're trying to program in C++. It's like, what? We're in FDD now. What are you talking about?
We're speaking Python. They're talking JavaScript. You know, I understand computer things.
Klingon.
You start to try and hack, and I'll give you no. There's no success here at all. The windows start to slam, just bang, 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 open and closed. But the guys inside are like, so you put them off for a bit, but they are still going to get a shot off very shortly here. Next. Elephants, please. Command the elephants for me, please. I'm saving you for last for a reason, Saga.
I'm putting
Saga
up.
or Saga?
Saga.
Saga, thank you. Okay.
I'm putting up another 2 stress so I can add 1 more bonus dice.
Okay. Up to 4 before we're out of the second room. This is how you do this. This is a non-renewable resource that regenerates at the end of each adventure. So burn them up.
5, 3, and 5.
5, 3s, and 5s. So it works, but even your cartoon logic is scale related. So yes, you are on a herd of elephants, but your feet are almost dragging on the ground on the one you're riding. They're like a little over a meter tall.
I was imagining like they're ants. They're like ant size, and I'm just standing on a group of them. Forward then to victory.
So
There we go.
everybody else just
they're
sees this black mat form on the ground. You're standing on the top of it. You say forward to victory, and a very high pitch, perfect uniform in unison as the mat starts to move forward to the sound of trundling elephant feet. Very slowly across the Serengeti of the room, of the exercise yard.
meanwhile, all the inmates are just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, the inmates, the other 3 in the other door are just, the 2 are laying on the ground.
Just the ones in the yard.
Yeah,
They're
Saga,
just like, "What the hell?"
you're looking around like, oh, what do I do? A previously unseen door, because that's 2 successes so far. Let me see, I got to keep up with this here. Hang on. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 of these are already succeeded. Bang. So you guys are 2/3 of the way through this already. I said the windows are banging. They're trying to get shots off. There's tiny elephants everywhere. You can hear elephants, but you can't see them. There's just this black mat. This maniac is screaming forward like, and he looks like Hannibal for some reason now. Nobody's quite sure. In spite of all of this, Saga, you managed to focus. And besides one of these doors that lets
there's
people...
also some very sexy saxophone being played at the same time.
Elephant saxophone. Tiny elephants playing tiny saxophones. To which
Just sound
Saga,
like
you
kazoos.
see a previously unseen door, it's a hidden door, pops open. And guards come running out into the yard. They've obviously been called. They take like 2 steps out in the yard and just stop and stare around. You're the only one that sees them. What would you like to do? There's like 5 of them between you and this door. The door is open behind them.
They're armed, right?
Oh yes, absolutely. Don't let fear or common sense hold you back. What are you doing?
No. I'm gonna
Common sense.
I am going to shout at my colleagues, "Fucking duck." And then I'm going
Quack.
All the elephants turn into ducks.
Yep.
and then I'm going to start helicoptering with my blasters and just trigger happy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just the pistols out and just spinning, and every time you get in that direction, it's just pop, 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 pop. I love it.
Mhm.
Give me a scrap, and don't burn a gambit, but take an extra die, just for sheer creativity.
Okay. Cool.
So scrap +1. Still risky. These guys still have not had a chance to respond. They're just standing there like, we thought maybe like a prison. What are there? Ducks? What? Who's going to clean this up? There's duck elephant shit everywhere.
Elephant.
And
Some
you
of them
just
are platypuses.
gunfire everywhere. It's not quite as good as you thought. You're shooting tiny ducks. You're shooting people up in the towers. You're blowing windows out.
Frankie's cartoon logic is causing him to look like Swiss cheese.
Yep, absolutely. Frankie's full of holes, but there's no real damage. The ones in front of you they're just diving for cover. A number of them do have large blaster holes, and by the way, it is absolutely canon in this game. It's in the rule book. If you don't believe me, you can check. All blasters go pew pew in this game. So pew 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 all over the place, and they ricochet and bounce, even though they're.
I think when Saga gets really into it, she also goes pew pew.
Yes, you're pew, 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 and they're like in your head. It's this cone of fire just focused down on these 4 guards. In reality, it's like a disco ball. It's just going everywhere. No one is specifically...
Do the car wash.
Yeah, no one is specifically hurrying.
is going to be heading towards that direction where Saga is.
Yep.
Just nimbly dodging left and right of all the bullets surprisingly and making away from the pew-pews.
Yep.
And then she slips on the poo that's on the ground and just kind of goes sliding right under her legs.
At exactly the right time, because you would have been shot in the back of the head by one you didn't see, but your clumsiness has saved you.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that, you finally stop firing. You look around, the guard towers are smoking hulks. You're not quite sure when that happened or how that happened, because nothing anybody did was explosive, but they both appear to have blown up.
You see tiny ducks running back with bundles of dynamite.
Yeah.
And
they're all
just look at you.
They're all sorted. It's all the mallards in one row. It's all the quail in one row. They're yelling at the quail, "You're not a duck!"
Geese.
Quail are too stupid to understand what's going on.
Quail are too stupid. They forget they can fly. You chase them and they run away from you. That is... It's a prey animal. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, back to this. The fire stops. The smoke starts to clear. The door to the next chamber is open.
I meant to do that.
You step over and look into that room. What you see is barracks. This is the guards' barracks.
Find another door.
Don't worry.
There is the big major doors at the end of this room too. So those are there as well.
So I have a cunning
I thought that's where
plan.
we were going.
Uh-oh, he's got a cunning plan, guys.
So you're going to the big doors. Gotcha. Yeah. He has a cunning plan.
I grab either Mikoshi or Saga.
Resist the urge
I just
to
kind of
Blackadder.
grab them by the scruff of the neck and put them in front of a kissing booth that's suddenly been erected.
Yep. Sorry, who did you do this to? Mihoshi?
Either Mihoshi or Saga. They can.
What are you doing? Put me down, you weird person.
I thought you're gonna tip me into bed. How nice.
And then it puts a little tip jar in front of it and goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, up to the kissing booth. Kiss with the excellent and honorable. What's your name? I didn't get it yet. Saga. Yes. Come one and come all. And smooch with the fair maiden."
Some of the criminals that are escaping from the other pods have stopped trying to escape and are now lining up. In fact, there's 2 lines, one in front of each of you. But just before anything can get too carried away, the ducks move in and take over and force back all the criminals, and there are now an orderly line of mallards in front of each of you, all looking up, whack, and pursing their little duck lips.
Are you guys gonna turn into princesses or princesses?
Do they all just kind of converge into like one large duck made of small ducks?
Yes, they can. They just did.
While they're doing this,
There's
I'm
now
planting a bomb
one
on the
adult duck
big
coming
door.
at you. Mwah, mwah, because he's French. Mwah.
Saga, this is yours.
Have you heard the thing about the French dog? It's just all normal dogs just go woof, but French dogs woof.
You can also get that same effect if you feed them something really gassy.
While they're all doing this, I'm using
Yes.
the detonator that they somehow managed to not take off my body, and
Yep.
I'm gonna blow up that door. That
The big door.
one that's
I
the one
gotcha.
that's in the way.
Absolutely. So you do that. Hang on 1 second while I do
With my
that. So I'm on. Yeah, I did. Okay.
using their distraction as sort of a
I'm just being allowed to do crazy shit in this game. I love it.
This game is for. I told you guys. Break my
I
game.
know.
I will say yes to almost everything. So you are going to try and hack this door or blow this door up. Give me a. What would you
Rig.
want? A scrap? No, you're not. It's
Probably
not really a
rig.
scrap thing. Rig. Yes, brilliant.
I'm making
Thank
a
you.
bomb.
Rig the bomb. So you run over. I was like, the computer in this place is an asshole. Right? And you've tried twice to talk to it like a decent
I've been
herbot.
nice.
You
I've
tried.
been nice.
Say, fuck this. I knocked. I can see you in there. We're coming in. And you walk over and pull your collar up. Oh, your collar is the EMP collar. Yes, you slam it against the door. Give me a rig.
All right. Any bonus dice or anything? Because I mean,
Yeah,
I do have a
take a
bomb.
bonus die.
I do have a bomb.
Yep. A 5 and a 1. Okay.
I did something.
You put it against there and you step back, you wrap it sort of around the lock and then you step back and you detonate it from a distance and you see poof, and you see the lock sort of and there's a spark and you realize there's a second component inside that didn't open, but you hear in your you give it the finger and you hear from inside, it's all right, click, and that opens as well. You could have just asked, and the door creaks open.
I am walking away to follow 8-Ball now, and I'm wiping duck lipstick off of me.
I am walking.
It's 18 plus, duck fucker.
I have not kissed the duck,
No,
but
Oh,
the duck
duck
won't leave
tease.
me alone.
no, the duck is following you. Wah, 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 wah. And he's speaking of duck. He's full. How do we put this? He's full Daffy in it. All he's got on is a collar.
Ugh.
Saga,
Daffy.
don't worry. I have a solution. Grabs a balloon of some kind, and then just fiddles it around to the point that it looks like a duck. Puts it on the ground.
Give me a command. I love this. We're just the command is just that's going to be all this shit that you do to break physics. That's your new role.
As
And-
because she's walking by, she's just
Yep.
eating like a leg of duck or something
Yeah.
that somehow got roasted.
Just a
She's just gonna walk right by
KFC.
the balloon duck and go, okay, fine.
Did I take a minus dice
I got
because of
my-
that?
You ate the duck. Okay.
I said she had a duck leg. I didn't say where
Yeah.
she got it from.
HFD, hegemony,
Pull it out of a bag.
hegemon fried duck.
Fried duck. Yes. So
Did I add any bonus dice to it or no?
yeah, give me one. Give me one. Absolutely.
6, 2, and 4.
A 6. Holy cow.
That's an extra gambit.
Yes.
Yeah, you get
I'm
another
that
gambit.
talented.
So have another gambit for the show or for the
Got
ship.
it.
You wanted to. What were you doing with the duck? I'm sorry. There's a lot of things happening to ducks. I got distracted.
Balloon
I
duck.
called you.
I'm
I
just
called you
making a
something really
balloon-
rude. Too.
I'm
So
just
what?
making a balloon duck
Right.
out of my.
Oh yes. Right. And you command. Yeah. The
Just
duck
so
who
that
will
the
now be
duck can
referred
kind
to
of-
as Daffy looks over at the balloon duck, looks back at Saga and goes. And looks down at the balloon duck. And
And
starts
the
to
balloon duck has a
court
skirt and
the-
everything like that.
Yeah.
A lovely French dinner set has been placed in front of them. Ah, for the monsieur, I have the lovely pasta, and for the madame, some helium.
One of the quail is the waiter. So,
Saga's
so that
just
starts to
kind
happen.
of like,
Saga, you are free of your duck.
kind of like sideways sneaking out of the frame.
Just doing this thing.
Yep.
All the while, how she's still eating.
The four of you step through the huge gates and into a massive hollow space. This is the hangar. You can see ships of all different sizes in here. Way at the end, it looks like it's like you could hold it in the palm of your hand. It's so far away. Is the ship two of you know? It is the Rebel d'Alliance. And it is the ship you guys got to be part of before you were arrested, before ever firing it up. But it is literally over a kilometer away from you. Luckily, immediately to the right and left of the doors, are Tron-like motorcycles, light cycles. As if on command, across the room in the far distance, you see 4 riders on similar light cycles launch away from a similarly shaped door and start to move towards the Rebel Dalliance.
We've got to get there before them. Quick!
She literally just hops on one of the cycles and books it.
8-Ball's already gone. He sees something he can pilot, and he's like,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Sorry,
Yep.
Frankie is also just hopping on. But the 2 light cycles are gone, so he's gotten a little tricycle.
Oh no, there's 4. It's okay.
There's
There's
no
4, but you're riding the trike anyway. You hop
Okay,
on
no,
one, it's
the
a trike.
Tron cycle turns into a tricycle.
Yes, complete with
No, it's okay.
with the things that hang off the handlebars, the frillies.
Yeah, and then
The
there's a
rainbow
little
colored
tiny,
frillies, yeah, and you
and
go
there's
real
a little
fast. They
tiny,
stick up behind you.
horn on it.
Yeah.
And I'm somehow managing to keep up with all of the light cycles. That
Yeah.
trail of light behind me.
Mihoshi, I want to hear this. I want to hear Mihoshi getting on a light cycle and heading across the room at extremely high speed.
Oh, okay. So, a lot like Frankie, when Mihoshi gets in hers, we're turning this into Mario Kart now. Hers turns into like a miniature, one of those 4-wheel
Okay.
big Tonka truck type things.
Yep,
Except
absolutely. I
it's not a
got you.
truck; it's a miniature spaceship. It looks like a spaceship, where she's just sitting there.
Like one of those Porsche
and they got the
electric
control,
cars
like-
the rich parents buy their kids. Yeah, you betcha.
Exactly. And then it's still got the light beam behind it. It's gonna be blue, and she's
Yep.
just gonna zoom
You
forward.
guys,
It's gonna
you
go,
got this. You've all seen the movie. We all know what happens next. I
Mine is
just want a
hot
quick
pink.
explanation before we start. Of course it is. Just before we start, I want a quick explanation of why I've got 2 clocks out here on the map right now. The one that I just moved, the one on the right, that's the bad guys. The one on the left is you guys. You have to fill yours with successes before you fill theirs with failures, or you will not get to the ship before they do.
It is a good
So-
thing I'm good at this.
You leap on these bikes. And because you are a pilot, there is no initiative in this game, but because you are the pilot, I mean, by the time your ass hits the seat, you've fired this thing up, you've beaten security, and you've hit the throttle. So we're going to have you go first. Give me a piloting skill, a piloting check. This is all still, so far, this is risky. We're going to start a risky.
Okay.
And remember, you guys got gambits coming out the wazoo.
plus more that I can earn.
Yes. Yeah, you
That's
get
true.
them just for being you.
All right. I'm going to spend a gamut just because.
We got too stupid to know he can't, but to not know he can't break physics. We've got so lucky that anything's possible. That's
Yeah.
Oh, a 6, a 4, and a 2. Okay, you've played this game before. You know how this works. If you can squeeze them into like a corner of the board and make them all turn left, they're screwed. And you just you hack the game on the way across the room and double speed. Because you are a pilot, you can do that. And so this, what color is the line behind yours?
Well, for starters, a couple of giant tanks that say NOS appear on the side.
Digital DNOS, digital nitrous.
Yeah. Yes. And instead of a what you see is a little purple ball.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh,
Hold on,
yes.
I got something for this.
4-ball.
4-ball. A little purple ball
is
hanging off the end at a high rate of speed. And
behind
you
you
hear this
screaming.
very, very high-pitched scream of this little guy hanging off the edge.
So-
You see little bolts and like random doodads just
No,
falling
because
off.
he's 4-ball, I'm assuming the light behind you is purple then?
Yes. Absolutely
Perfect.
purple.
And you just
Because
across this perfectly flat plane, you cause all 3 of them turn inside each other. They're doomed. It's a matter of time now before they start making corners. So that is a first success for you.
I think that's actually my first success. Like decent.
Complete success.
Well,
yeah.
you're finally
Good
doing what you're
success,
good
yeah.
at, right? So
I am
yeah,
the
you are
damn
just
fortune ball.
across this space. It's going to work, but you realize this space is nearly infinite. So you've kind of cut them off, but you're not at that point where you just kind of go back and forth and wait for them to crash. You're not quite there yet. Next, who's going next? I think
So I'd like to do something, but I think
got.
Saga should.
Yep. Okay, I was going to say the tricycle's got to be slower, even just a little bit. So.
Oh, it's there's a little tiny ding ding as he's trying to keep up.
Yeah, pedaling. He's the only one that's pedaling. Everybody else is riding him. Saga, your motorcycle. What color is your light?
Light blue.
Pale blue behind you. What are you doing?
Can I? So I
Yes.
have.
What do you wanna
Okay. I have like my gold like torque necklace. I take that off and I hook Frankie's handlebars with it and tow him with me to go faster.
I love it. Take 1 stress, and we're going to count this as assisting Frankie on his next move. So he will get to. Actually, hang on. Let me check this. I want to make sure I get this right because there's a difference between assisting and.
Yeah, assist is the person who does the assist takes a stress. The person who's being assisted gets an extra die.
Yes, but there's the other one was team. Yeah. So yes, I just wanted to make sure about that. So yes, we can do that. So you take 1 stress. You're trying to ride your bike and take this like a torque. Taking a torque off is a 2-handed thing, but you're doing it with trying to ride a bike and like you're using your teeth. It's impossible. But they cut away, they cut back, and it's off because it's one of those kind of movies. You reach out and grab the handlebars.
Ride a bike no-handed.
You grab the handlebars and start to pull, causing Frankie to launch forward at extreme speed. Mihoshi, we will be to you in 1 second. Frankie, what are you doing?
Easter colors.
The whole rainbow, little sparkles, little marshmallow stars flying
So Frankie,
Charms.
Frankie is looking at these guys that are trying to get onto the ship before we are, and I'm just not having it. So I kind of suddenly, like, you hear a click and like lights go out, and then a click comes on again. You see kind of a spotlight on Frankie, and he's dressed in like a full-on suit with a pinstriped suit, and he's got like 2 submachine guns in his hands, and he's going, "I'm all coked up. I'm all coked up. Say hello to my little friends." And just start firing.
And just Scarface the shit out of this place.
Yes, and I'd like to. That would be a scrap.
Oh yes, +1 for the assist. Or would you want to add anything else?
I want to spend a gambit as well.
So that's +2 dice. You really want to go for broke and burn 2 stress?
Yeah, why not?
And add 3 dice to this?
I mean, why not? I mean, go big, go home.
Yep. So you are now at 2, 4. You're at 6 stress out of 9. So that's good. This is how you do it.
Yep.
Now give me that roll with 3 extra dice. We could get
3 sixes.
6s. 3.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
so
They
that
did
is
success.
Can I give
wow.
us a gambit again?
No, because I spent
No,
the
he
gambit.
used one. Yeah.
Only if
Mihoshi,
Mihoshi does
if
it.
you do it, even if you use the gambit, you still get one, but it has to be you that does it.
As
That's
soon as
okay,
the firing
because-
is done, there's a cigar that appears in his mouth.
Come on.
So you go down and crank the other way, and it's just, I mean, it's explosive and horrific, and the 4 of them just
He 3-wheel
shatter.
drifts around it, and he's just
Yeah.
got a perfect firing arc the entire time.
You do of course, it's Frankie. You do the impossible, and in the Tron motorcycle game, you move in a curve. you flank them in a curve and cut them off. They're like, we don't know what to do, and one after another, bang, 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 into the side of your rainbow-colored stream.
Well, it looks like today just wasn't. Well, it looks like they just couldn't rainbow out of this situation.
Oh, and he puts the shades on, and there's still a pair of hands holding the steering wheel too.
Saga turns and looks at him and goes, "Boo!"
No one
Mihoshi,
asked for your criticism.
Mihoshi, you've got a clear run to the ship.
Somehow or another, she managed to avoid all the catastrophe. And just like somehow, she just kind of disappeared and reappeared where she needed to be.
Yep.
And then ends up next to Frankie. She looks at Frankie and is like, I like that. That's cool. You gonna be on the ship with me? Come on, let's go. And she just goes, me, and then just like speeds up and heads right towards the door.
And even though it's an electric bike, the exhaust is going put, as you go across the room.
Oh, yep. And it's putting out blue smoke.
So.
This is totally Easter colors: purple, pink, and blue.
Yep, and then like I said, I can't do that without
like
there being stars and
blue.
moons of marshmallows. I don't know why. This is marshmallows and
no.
accent.
Because it's magically delicious.
Stars, clovers, horseshoes. Stars, clovers, horseshoes, rainbows and balloons.
There you
Something else. Hourglasses. Something. And
Frankly's a
tasty
fan
red
of
balloons.
very, very old advertisements. Mini songs.
Okay,
That's what they
okay.
were called. Mini songs. So
Ow.
They were called
the
jingles.
four of you slam to a stop at the end of this
Ow.
room in front of the Rebel Dalliance. It is huge. It is, yes. Smoke. Digital smoke appears from the tires.
Daddy,
The
I'm
Rebel
home.
Dalliance is a huge ship. It's a frigate. It's designed to be run by 30 or 40 people. But you know you're not going to need that. You run up the gangplank and inside, and the second you step in the door, 8-Ball. I mean, you all hear it, but 8-Ball, you recognize the voice. It's the ship. And she says, 8-Ball, darling, it's so glad to see you back. Y'all
You mean
know you
goes
should
up
never
to-
keep a lady waiting.
Goes up to the nearest bulkhead and just boom.
Touch me, 8-Ball. Touch me like only you can.
Straight to the bridge.
Straight to the
Yeah,
bridge.
somehow,
you hammer-
she's already there by the
You're-
time it
you're
all gets there.
squeaking
though.
sounds
No,
as the
she
metal
turns, steps, falls, tumbles up the hallway, and by the time she stands up, she's in the
tumbles
bridge.
up the hallway.
Yep, up the
Right.
stairs. I've seen people fall upstairs. You just have to be impaired enough.
Oh yeah, she should. That's
I
just the
fell
way
up-
she is.
I fell up a flight of stairs and didn't spill or drink, but that's another story.
I've fallen up lots of
Much.
stairs, actually.
But you reach into the you guys run into the bridge, and 8-Ball, you slam your hand down, and it's you don't need to roll this. This isn't a tune roll, but this is an AI. This is an AI that knows you and likes you. It's just like a hug. It's just, and you're in control. You feel the ship grow on you like a skin. All the weapon systems power up. The
He gets into the He gets into the pilot's chair and just sort of like settles in, just like, oh yeah, there we go. Right into
And
the
as
cushion.
your ass hits the seat and the rest of you jump into various positions around the ship itself. Yep.
Saga sees 8-Ball and the ship doing that, and she's like, should we be here for this?
I feel like we should give them a little bit of time alone.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, she's already in her seat, preparing her takeoff
It's very
rolls.
personal.
No, it's not. This is something I do all the time.
The ship responds with, maybe we'll have this conversation later. Right now you might want to shoot some things.
There are
And-
guns! I run down to wherever the guns are kept, and I just see a row of cannons. Pirates.
Can you guys hear this? Music?
I can't.
I don't know.
No.
I don't.
Oh.
Wait,
But I
No?
believe it's there.
Anyway.
Actually. So I guess
Okay.
it's only the check in here.
Unfortunate, because the ship has its own theme music. You guys can't hear this? I tested this. It worked when I recorded it. I'll fix it for next week. The ship has its own
Okay.
epic theme music. As it begins, as it rises up off the floor of the hangar, you guys see in the distance, inside the hangar at the far end, they are rising from the ground. Small fighters. Some of them look like the letter B. Some of them look like a letter M, and they're charging towards you. This, you get the impression, is probably the final battle of this particular
My guy, let's
Get us the
go.
hell out of here.
Fire in the hole! A torch is pressed against one of the cannons. Just a cannonball
dude.
shoots through space.
It
Go,
is
Frankie,
time to
go.
Get
All right,
down.
Cannon is
So-
just a very large particle.
Yeah, so what we're going to do here is officially it's your helm ability that allows you to fire weapons here. That's what I'm going to do for 8-Ball because he's sort of in control of the big weapons there. Frankie just makes his own, and the rest of you, there are ship systems all over the place. So everybody can fire. The rest of you will be using scrap unless you can convince me of something else. But with that, oh, damn it, I pissed me off with that music. Stream can hear it. Okay, it was so loud. Sorry, I kept turning it up because these guys couldn't hear it. Stream can... Okay, I can fix that for next week. Okay. Stream got the effect. It's really epic. Anyway, ask them after.
You had to have been there.
Oh, damn it. Pissed me off. Okay, anyway. That is what happened. You guys, the ship is lifting off and starting to head towards the doors of the hangar, which are starting to spread. The fighters flying up behind you. 8-Ball, you're in charge. What are you doing?
I'm getting us out of the main cannons for the most part,
Yep.
so that this thing's a big boat. She's a big
It
girl.
is.
She's got
It's
a
a
lot
tank,
going on.
yeah.
So,
You're going to
I wanna
focus
try-
on flying her?
yeah.
Okay,
Not
give me
so much.
a helm. Add any of the dice that you're willing to pay for.
Okay, that's only resisting. Okay.
You can do stress. Take 2 stress for a die. Or a gambit.
Yeah.
Or both.
Yeah, fuck. I'm taking 2 stress for a die.
This is like I said, this is it, man. This is
Yeah.
getting out of here. This is the grand escape. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell the players, but anybody who's watching on Twitch, this episode is called All in the Name of Liberty. And yes, it's an AC/DC quote. And I have decided that all the titles this term, to make my job miserable, they will all be quotes from songs.
Do 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 do. Figured out which one it was right away.
No, next time just
I'm
war,
taking
what
a
is it good
gambit.
for?
And I'm gonna go with stress, and I managed to get out sorta.
So that's 2 extra dice. 4. Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
you-
resist.
I do have
resist.
a question.
Yes, you can resist the damage. Absolutely. So roll a resistance roll. This is great because we get to see how. Because normally the ship would be damaged here, but you're going to get to resist that. So go ahead and give us a resistance roll. You can
Doggone it,
add.
cat.
You can do stress to this too, and use gambits
How-
on this if you want.
How do I roll resist? I do not remember.
There's a resistance roll, a tab. Oh no, pardon me. You're trying to resist using helm. So prowess. Click the prowess button, or the name, the
Okay,
word
there we
prowess,
go.
and it automatically does it for you.
Rule Master Kevin, I do have a question.
Yes.
Does rolling multiple 6s in a row get you reduced stress?
Yes. If you roll 1 6, it costs you 0 stress for this because it's what it costs you. You automatically resist. It will automatically reduce the damage.
Oh, I know. I'm just
but it will
because
cost
of the
you 6 minus
scrap-
whatever you roll.
Oh,
because
I
of
know, it
that.
was the scrap thing. It was 3 6s in a row.
That
so I'm
increases the effect every
Okay.
time for extra 6. So instead of taking out 1 or 2 of them, you took them all out. So yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was curious. I
So
remembered something and I couldn't remember.
I'm going to take
Quite
2
right.
stress, and I'm going to get an extra bonus die for being an ace pilot
Yep.
because the consequences of piloting.
Okay. So that's 2 more 6s. So 2 6s. You styled this shit out. This is perfect because this is the best possible result you can have on a resistance roll. It starts to slide towards the doors, like your slip slide, like on the ice, right? And you're going to catch the thing. You just hit a thruster and rotate it around the door, and you not only leave, you do basically the equivalent of like a 180. So there's you giving them the double fingers out the window as you're backing away from the station. The fighters are that's multiple successes. So that is 2
I forgot I
successes.
could do that, and I've been failing all game, so I should remember
So
that.
there. In that move, you guys are now outside. The fighters are coming towards you, but all the weaponry of the ship is facing directly at them, coming out this little tiny hole in the space station. Because I've never let you go first all night. Mihoshi, what are you doing? There's weapon systems everywhere. Make one up.
Well, I'm
You
looking
want
at the
lasers,
ship, doggone it.
torpedoes. I don't care.
Oh, I forgot that we have all that stuff. Ooh.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of goodies on there. Blasters,
Yeah, I
all kinds
forgot.
of stuff.
I am already in my seat, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to try and get us to fly out of here.
Yep, you're already
I'll let the
outside,
others
backing away.
focus.
So.
Well, no, I mean, plot the course to get off.
Oh, okay,
To get
I
going.
see. Okay, so you're setting up the jump, the hyper jump. Perfect.
Yeah.
I love it. Which makes sense because you are one of only 2 people on this ship that knows where this ship's secret hideout is. So you start setting the coordinates for that. Go ahead and give me a... Give us a study, I think. Does that make sense?
Study? Let me see. Let me
Or do you
reread
have-
it.
I mean,
No,
I feel like Helm would be better.
Yeah,
for
I think
us.
so. Yeah, helm is anything to do with the ship from now on is helm. So yeah, give us a helm.
Yeah.
Pilot a jump or in-system course, yeah.
Helm. Hold on.
And again, you can burn 2 stress to add a die. You can use gambits. Gambits all
I'm
come
gonna
back at
use
the
a
start of an
gambit.
episode. So yeah, so add a die. And give us that roll. See how this works. Oh dear. Oh dear.
That didn't add the die, though.
No, okay, so roll another one. Just roll helm again.
Here, hold on.
So yeah, this starts with you reach to do stuff and you kind of tip because you're always clumsy and your hand lands on the ship self-destruct button. And for a second you're kind of
Oh, there we go.
you take so you take the lower so you very carefully hold down the secret button that doesn't mean the ship blows up and you kind of take your hand away. You've still failed, but you have not blown the ship up.
Hooray.
So unfortunately, it's okay. You're still backing away. The guns are still pointed directly into the heart of this jail. There's 2 left. I'm going to save the physics breaker for last. So
Please
Saga,
do. That seems like the
Saga,
smartest choice.
what would you like to do? There are weapon systems galore. There's anything you can think of.
I'm going to. There's those Star Wars style little bubbles in the undercarriage that have the guns.
Yeah,
I'm gonna slip into one of those,
you bet.
and I'm just gonna pop my feet up on the desk or in front of me on the console, and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shoot it with my feet.
Checking your messages and shooting stuff. Yeah, give me a scrap.
Okay.
And give me an extra die just for pure style.
Okay.
Okay, a 1 and a 5. The 5 does hit. You're just fire going off everywhere. Kind of like before. You were expecting laser precision, and it's more like shotgun approach. And you're kind of steering with your feet, and just kind of one toe gets stuck in the trigger, and you kind of stitch a roll of holes up the side of the space station. But overall, you do manage to take out a couple of them. You do get a success, but they are certainly there's more of them than there were before. They're starting to pile up.
Thank the way for high fire rates.
Yes. So, over to Frankie. 2 successes would finish this.
Well, no matter what I do, I'm going to take a gambit.
Yep.
And I'm going to burn 2 more stress so I can do 8 stress.
Yeah. You're gonna have to. Yeah. There's we start every we're gonna start every session from now on with the downtime, and part of that is seeing how much of this stress goes away and how much carries over into the next mission.
It's a non-renewable resource that I have to use up each session. Why not?
Yeah. So you're an 8 stress out of 9. You're on the brink of a trauma. So that gives you an extra die. And what are you doing? And a gambit. So that's 2 extra dice.
Yes. So I'm walking kind of down the row of cannons that have appeared in the ship because I think that they should be in the ship.
Yep.
Little tiny space hatches are opening up, and it's not causing the spaceship to depressurize for some reason.
Force fields.
You have a ship of the line. Yeah.
Now, men, some of us may die here today, but I believe that we shall all die here with honor, and victory shall be ours against the evil galactic empire. So now we have to ask ourselves, will we face this fear like men, or will we doubt ourselves? So tell me, soldiers, are you men or are you mice? And then you see a bunch of mice wearing sunglasses going, we're whatever you want us to be, man.
I'm a woman.
And then all the cannons go
Yeah,
off.
in
And
the
then all the
background.
cannons go off.
Yeah, just in the back.
Saga just like lean out and be like, I'm a girl.
I meant, you know, like humans. Like, I don't mean the gender-specific man. I mean, like, man as in mankind. Does it work for this at all? I'm feeling like I'm trying.
Whatever,
I'm
bro.
trying to
You look
avoid
down
being
upon you.
sexist. I don't like it.
And in so doing, you've offended the mice. One of them looks up at you. What, you got something against mice?
No.
Boom! The cannons all go off in the background. Roll me a scrap with 2 extra dice.
Okay, risky.
Yep, it's all still risky.
Standard.
Standard effect. Yep,
2 bonus dice.
yep.
6,
A 6,
2, 5,
okay.
and 4.
That is, we are almost there. You, the cannons go off, and I mean it's like a ripple fire down the side of a man of war in the 1800s, just all the way down. They are, I mean, once they kind of get out of your range, physics sort of reapply, so the vast majority of them just sort of bounce off the space station and start floating around in space. The ones that hit the ships go right through. I mean, there's no shield in place that can stop a 32-pound cannonball. They're designed to stop blasters, not, you know, physical items. So they are ripped to shreds. There is the last of the fighters just crashes in on itself. And just as you're starting to, the ship is continuing to rotate back, so it's at least pointed away from the station and about to leave. The 4 of you, you see on the screens a huge gun, the size of your ship, pops out of the top of the space station and starts to come around towards you.
Sad face.
Do we have more cannons? Mickey,
I have a question.
Mortimer, I need to know this. Do we have larger cannonballs that we can fit into this?
But I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's looking for cannonballs. Yeah.
While he's looking for cannonballs, can I actually see where the person is firing this from?
Yes, sure. I don't know how.
Okay.
You're thousands of kilometers, you're hundreds of kilometers away, but you can see him in the couple of firing. Yes, absolutely. I say yes to everything.
Excellent. I'm going to use my rig skill.
You're a witch?
Rig.
Okay. You're going to try.
This is what I'm gonna, okay, listen to this.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Okay.
Yeah.
I've already told you, and I don't think the audience knows this yet, but Mihoshi can disappear and just reappear.
Yep.
At random sometimes.
Yep.
In this case, she somehow ends up off the ship and right next to the guy who's getting ready to fire.
Absolutely. Yep.
She's going to disable.
Yep.
Yeah, she's going to try and disable the cannon.
Okay.
And then it'll reappear back on the ship without anybody really realizing it that she's gone.
Absolutely. Give me a rig roll.
Just a big power button. Boop.
Yep. How many? You guys got any gambits left? I mean, you've used
We got
4 days.
2 gambits.
We should have a
gambits
gambit
left?
left, yeah.
Okay, so you can use that
Yeah,
if you want.
because-
You can burn some stress if you want.
I'm going to do both.
Okay.
Okay,
So that's,
now we have
2
1
extra
left.
dice. So give me rig plus 2 dice. That's a 6. That is
5,
all
2,
that you
6, and a
needed.
3.
Yeah. You reach down, and as he's typing in the security codes, you see a button that you just fell on in the other ship a second ago. It's the one that makes everything go boom. So you just reach over and push that. And he looks at you like, what the? And you're gone. Last thing you hear is, oh shit! And you're gone. You're back on the ship.
Gentlemen,
Frankie.
do we
the
have any
cannons,
cutlery? We don't have any more cannonballs. We
the
need
cannons
the
are
cutlery.
swelling. They're swelling. They're getting bigger because you asked them to. Now the forks are this long. It's like those wooden shit that used to hang on, your parents used to hang on the wall. That's the cutlery they're bringing to you now.
I was imagining like big spears that just look like.
It's all just whatever it
The
is that
big
you're
farmer's
imagining. That's what
forks.
it. So
A kitchen sink.
Mihoshi pops back. Your crew of mice, men, women, people, persons. It's getting confusing down there. They're all identifying differently, but that's okay.
One of them identified as an attack helicopter. Very confusing.
And they're just shoving weaponry in there. There's a kind of a puff at the space station. The big gigantic gun that sticks out at the front goes and just droops.
I've had that happen to me on weekends.
Small blue pill. Pops in one.
Just an image of a vaguely triangular blue pill starts floating around in front of 8-Ball's mast.
Saga looks at it and goes, always too early.
I thought it was
this
just
is-
right on time for me.
You know, I think we've been talking about how it's always a little premature.
And with
No,
that,
man, we're just having fun.
at that point, because there is the next thing that happens has a musical cue. So, and I want to fix that because it's important. So, at that point, as the ship fades away into the darkness, you reach over 8-Ball and flip the secret transponder, so you're no longer registering as the Rebel Dalliance. And now that you've got a couple minutes, you set course to your secret base, which, for the viewers at home, is a planetary-sized dumpster that has been thrown out by the company that was using it because they were terraforming radioactive worlds, and this dumpster is now far too dangerous to keep near anybody. So it was flung out into space, and these guys, as desperate as they are, have turned it into their secret base. So that is where we will drop the curtain on tonight, and that secret base is where we will start in 1 week's time. Whew. Thank you to the 4 players. I have been riding these guys for weeks now, going, make it crazy, make it crazy. I want this to be nuts. I want this to be crazy. And I got what I asked for with bells on. Thank you so much. I had a roaring, howling, screaming blast. We more or less stuck to the rules. We bent them a couple places and we broke them flat out a couple times. But never mind.
I never followed the rules.
Well, that was physics. That's different. There's the rules in the game and then there's the rules of physics. One of those doesn't apply and the other one is a maybe. Anyway, I want to thank you guys again. Thank you so much, Solar. Thank you so much to Scarred Adventurer, to Bison, and to Wayward Knight. You guys are amazing. I know we were all nervous tonight, and I don't care what anybody says. We friggin' nailed that. So thank you so much for a first episode. It doesn't get any better than that. We will fix the minor technical musical issues. It's good to know that chat can hear it, so at the very least I know what I did wrong. With that, thank you to my players. Thank you to everybody watching in Twitch. Thank you to all the future people watching on YouTube. That was so much fun. And as always, until next time, be nice to each other. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.